YouTube? It's your boy Cash J, because I get to the bag, and I'm back with another video. So today, I'm just going to try to put things into perspective for y'all, right? The world is full of distractions. Look around at what's going on right now. We got aliens in Miami Mall. We got a Jeffrey Epstein crime list, Gypsy Rose, sports, controversy, Donald Trump, wars. Now, what separates these events from anything that's ever happened in the past? Well, nothing. Things like this have always happened. Things like this will always happen. Why do I start the video off like this, you may ask, Jay? Well, it's because we're all distracted. I realized that months ago. I realized that when I first went to college. College has taught me a lot of things, and college has confirmed a lot of things for me. I'm in a very difficult spot right now. I have connections, outlets, well, not even outlets. I have connections. I have resources. I have weapons, not physical weapons. I just have things that can always get me out of this tough spot, you know? But the number one thing that I realized that will always get me out of any situation I've ever been in, and trust me, I've been in a lot of situations, more situations than you can ever know. And that's something that frustrates me about people, because nobody knows what I've really been through. Nobody. I do though. And one thing I do know is at my hardest times, I always prevail. Now, if you're one of those people who go through hard times and have been in hard times, if you've been in hard times for more than a year and you're at least 17 years old, it's a problem. Your problem is your mentality. I currently have failed, and I'm man enough to admit that. I'm at the bottom of the pit. But the reason I'm not afraid of being at the bottom of the pit is because I know as a man, I have the resources and the ability and the mentality to always climb back to the top. I'm in a situation that I didn't think I was ever going to be in again. A situation I experienced for 14 years. And then I found a different situation, a life-changing perspective. You saw the person that made videos months ago that y'all was watching. Y'all saw what type of person he was. Do I look like that same person? I don't know if y'all used to be able to see it back then, but you see something in my eyes, don't you? And this isn't supposed to be a dramatic video, but you can see a story in the way I gaze into the camera. I'm not like you. I'm not like everyone else. I'm real. Not saying you fake, but that's the best way I can describe myself. So I'm going to tell y'all 3 things that's going to help y'all keep on moving. First thing, most important thing, and I know I say this a lot, but I feel like people have gotten comfortable with making exceptions to this rule. Trust no one. Trust nobody. Do not trust anyone. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this to get attention. I'm telling you what you need to know. And I want to emphasize family. There's a difference between blood and family. Just because someone is your blood, don't make them your family. When I say trust no one, family is included. Don't trust your family. Don't trust your family members. If your parents give you something and tell you it's yours, you should be working towards getting whatever they gave you by yourself. If they buy you a phone, you should be working on getting your own phone. If they get you a car, if that car ain't in your name, you should be working on getting your own car. Even much if they buy you clothes, you should still be buying your own clothes. Why? Because anything that you didn't get yourself can be taken from you whenever the person that gave it to you is ready for it. The reason I say that is because you don't want to rely on other people's things, even if you feel like it's yours. It's not. I promise you it's not. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say your parents gave you a car and you're using this car to work, but you're not investing your money. You're not saving it. You're not trying to get your own car, even though, because in your mind it's your car, so you don't need to be saving for another car, right? Wrong. Get your own resources so you don't have to rely on people. You don't want debt, you don't want to owe people, and you don't want to rely on anything that you never purchased yourself. Reason being is, because what happens when you don't have a car anymore? How will you get to work? How will you move around? How will you make money? The answer is, if you don't know how to adapt, you won't. You're stuck in a hole. So trust no one. You don't have to tell someone you don't trust them. Just make sure you keep it to yourself. Make sure you take everything that everyone tells you with a grain of salt. It's always different perspectives. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's never one side to a story. It's damn near never two. You see what I'm saying? So trust no one, not even your family. Number 2, get rid of all distractions. What do I mean by that? You know what I mean by that. Are you doing something that is occupying a lot of your time that you could be spending on something that is much more productive? If the answer is yes, you're distracted. Whether it be women, whether it be drugs, whether it be video games, whether it be social media, whether it be drama, stay out of all of it. I know it's hard. I know when you feel like you don't got nothing better to do, you might as well do one of those things. You're wrong. Find a positive outlet. What do you mean by find a positive outlet, Jay? Find something that you can dedicate your time towards that's productive. It might seem boring, but once you get into it, it's great. And honestly, when I say productive, the best type of productive is making money. So try to find something that's going to make you money. I mean, I don't know who don't like making money. You like making money? I like making money. Right? Okay. So find something that will distract you from your distractions. An outlet. Trust no one, not even family. Destroy distractions, find outlets. And most importantly, focus on progression. What do I mean by that? Well, here's what I mean by that. If you look into the mirror in the beginning of 2023 and in the beginning of 2024 and you see the same person, you're not living right. I don't care how old you are. You're not progressing at all. Nothing's changing about you. You're not getting any better. You're doing something wrong. I don't know what you're doing wrong. Have you checked all the things off the list? Have you trusted no one? Made sure you was self-sustainable? You didn't need support from anyone else? Because you can't rely on anyone else. That's a common mistake that I see people make. They think, oh, just because it's your grandmother, they're supposed to help you. Just because it's your mom, they're supposed to help you. Just because it's your dad, they're going to help. No. Get your head stuck out your ass. If you think like that, your parents did not do a good job. Now, obviously, it's supposed to be, the parent is supposed to support the child and help them grow to the best person they are. But you have to take into consideration people. People are inhumane. I never thought I would say that a human is inhumane, but humans are inhumane. At the end of the day, everyone only cares about themselves, no matter how much they love other people. They're going to do what's best to preserve themselves. And don't get me started if you just got a crappy role and your parents are just confusing. or your family is just confusing. But you cannot rely on anybody. So coming into 2024, and this video isn't a motivational video. This video isn't to tell you to become somebody else in 2024. I want you to stay yourself. I want you to be a better version of yourself. Focus on progression. And the way to focus on progression is by doing everything in your power to put yourself above the next step, to take the next step, to make sure you're climbing out of that pit that you're in. Because I'm in a position that I did not want to be in. I spent 14 years in this position. 14 years of hell. I lived the hell. I was in hell. And what's crazy is, you know, I never really escaped that hell. After the 14 years, I escaped the environment. But the hell, where I came from, what I did, what I saw, what I had to endure, everything, all the pain, all the suffering, it's still in my mind. I'll never forget it. But I don't regret it. Because I'm wiser than the same people who are my age. See, it's the difference between intelligence and wisdom. You could have one, you could have the other, or you could have both. It's hard to gain wisdom, though. Not everyone's going to gain wisdom. Wisdom is based on experiences. You have to fail to succeed. If you don't know failure, if you don't do anything wrong in life, if you don't get anything wrong, if you don't fall, you can't get up. Your goal is to make sure that when you fail, the next time you do something, you're not failing for the same reason you failed the last time. Because you're going to fail multiple times. You're going to fail again and again and again until you perfect the recipe. But make sure you don't fail for the same reason twice. Now I'm going to make a story time for y'all. I'm not sure when. I'm not sure what, well, shit, I got a lot to tell y'all, actually. College has been crazy. And I know I didn't say that a lot, but college has been crazy. And I don't know. The only reason I haven't made a story time on college yet is because I feel like it's a bit too controversial. Like, a lot of the stories that I want to tell y'all are super controversial. Which is good for views, but right now I don't got time for drama. And I know if I tell some of these stories, it's going to be a lot of drama. It's going to be a lot of people calling my phone. It's going to be a lot of people texting me. It's going to be a lot of niggas wanting to fight. I don't have time for that. Because what's crazy is, whatever I do in these next few months, if it's not good, if it's not success, if it's not right, I'm going to the Marines. My life is going to take a completely different course. Everything is going to go in a different direction than I expected, which is nothing wrong with that. But I have no choice but to lock in. And I love when I do this. That's one thing about me. When I get to this low that I'm at right now, I always manage to persevere. It's like I thrive in the moments of pressure. You need to thrive in the moments of pressure. It makes you better. You go from weak to strong, to weak again, to stronger, to weak again, to stronger. That's how you grow, by failing. I hope something that I said resonated with you today. It's your boy Cash Jan. I'm signing out.